Hello, welcome to Facebook Live. I'm Earl Purdy, and we're going to do a course in miracles. And today's topic is going to be the sane mind's curriculum. How will the sane mind handle other people? How will the sane mind handle things? How will the sane mind handle things? How will the loving mind handle things? How will the smart mind handle things? And how would a loving right mind handle things? That's what we're going to continue to cover today. And we're going to start out with our theme song for just a little bit of it to get us in a good mood. And it's called, I Am Not a Victim.
Of the world I see.
Of the world I see. You can also say it that way. I see. I see. Okay.
Of the world I see. Cause what's happening now is what I've done to me.
Not a victim of the world I see. I'm not a victim of the world I see. I'm not a victim of the world I see. I'm not a victim. Are you ready? Are you ready? I'm not a victim of the world I see. I'm not a victim of the world I see. I'm not a victim, no, of the world I see. We sound like the choir from heaven. I'm not a victim of my mom. I'm not a victim of my call. I'm not a victim of even circumstance at all. I'm not a victim, Margaret, of the world I see. Cause what's happening now is what I've done to me. Yeah. I'm not a victim of the future, not a victim of the past, not a victim of anything that really doesn't last. I'm not a victim of the world I see. Cause what's happening now is what I've done to me. Yeah, I'm not a victim of the world I see. I'm not a victim, not a victim of the world I see. I'm not a victim, no, of the world I see. Does it ever look like it?
Yeah.
Does it ever look like you're a victim? Do you know anybody that's looked like they were a victim? Does it ever look like you're a victim? Oh, I just know into my magical power. It just gets so boring sometimes. All of this being a God and stuff. You know that the Course in Miracles says you are gods, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, gods with amnesia. That's what the Course in Miracles basically says. You are gods with amnesia. Mm-hmm. You've forgotten. So we're going to continue with the same mind's curriculum. And we're going to be on paragraph 7 on page 216 in the text, chapter 12, the Holy Spirit's curriculum, love's curriculum. Would you like to have the right attitude?
Yes.
Okay, you need not believe the ideas I'm about to tell you. You need not accept the ideas that I'm about to tell you. You need not welcome the ideas that I'm about to tell you. Some of the ideas that I'm about to tell you, you may actively resist. Did y'all hear that? Is there anyone in here that doesn't know what resistance means? Okay, good. Is it okay if I startle you? Is it okay if I ask you not to analyze? Is it okay if I ask you to use the ideas and then let the ideas prove to you that they work by using the ideas? Everybody got that? Okay. So we're going to be in paragraph 7 on page 216. I love teaching. I love teaching much more than preaching or lecturing. This thrills my soul to teach. Here's the prayer. It says right here, it says, you can do much on behalf of your own healing. You want to do a lot on behalf of your own healing. And would you like to do a lot on the behalf of healing everybody else? Would you like to do something that would help your healing? And would you like to do something that would help everybody else's healing? I love this book. I don't think that way. I don't think about other people as quickly as I think about myself. And I'm sure I'm alone in that. I know that. And that's why I need y'all's compassion. And the course says, do me slowly and do me one line at a time. Do you know that your interpretations of somebody else's needs are your interpretation of what you need? Whatever you think somebody else needs, that's really what you need. Whatever you think somebody else needs, that's what you need. Your interpretation of somebody else's needs is really you saying what your needs are. And do you know that you're not supposed to try to help people in your own way? Stop coming up with the ways you think you need to help people. Do you know that every time you give help, you are asking for help? So how would a smart person ask for help? By giving it. Because whatever you give, that's what you're asking for. You give a lot of anger, that's what you're asking for. You give people a lot of hell, that's what you're asking for. So the way you ask for something is not through words. Like, give me a piece of pie. When you're really asking for a piece of pie is when you give a piece of pie. That's when you're really asking for a piece of pie, and that's why you will receive it. Does that make sense to everybody? Think about what I just said. You can say, give me a piece of pie, without giving anybody a piece of pie. But if you give them a piece of pie, you're really asking for a piece of pie because you gave it. So that's why you will receive it. And that's why people look like they don't receive what they give, because they're talking about it. They're calling words. They're not actually doing it. So the only thing that's missing in your life is what you are not giving. Anything you think is missing in your life right now is what you're not giving. Tell me what you think is missing, I'll tell you what you're not giving. But I'm giving love. I'm really giving love. If I was really giving love, I would know I had it. I wouldn't be searching for it. So everybody that's searching for love are the people who are not giving love. How do you make sure you are healed? See, check it out. I'm answering questions that you would think they would be important, right? I'm saying, I'm going to tell you how you will be healed. Are you ready? Okay. The way that you will be healed in that situation is to see yourself as having only one need. If you see yourself as having a lot of different needs, you will not be healed. So as long as you think you have a lot of needs, that's what keeps your needs from being met. So the more needs you think you have, the further you are from healing. I got a financial need. I got a physical need. I got a job need. I got a relationship need. I got a, you know what I'm saying? It's just like the more you come up with, the more needs you think you have, the more you're preventing your own solution, your own healing in that situation. So how do you heal? He says, well, I'm going to tell you how you heal. Marjorie, the way that you heal is to say you have one need. I only need one thing. Wow. I am here only to be truly helpful. Earl is teaching this class to represent Spirit who sent him. Earl doesn't have to worry about what to say during his class. He doesn't have to worry about what to do in his class, because I am with Earl and I sent Earl and I will direct Earl. Earl is content to be wherever I wish Earl to be, because Earl knows that Spirit is going wherever he is with him. So Earl will be healed as he lets Spirit teach him to heal. You will be healed as you let Spirit teach you to heal. You will be happy as you let Spirit teach you how to be happy. The last week I went through a thing where I really let go of the value of the world for my happiness at a brand new level. And I'm still trying to get adjusted to it. I finally accepted that there pretty much was not going to be anything in the world that was going to make me happy. It was so relaxing. I just felt, I thought I was going to be like, oh, there's nothing in the world that'll make me. It was like, there's nothing in the world that will make me happy. So I actually just could stop expending all this needless effort on something that's never going to succeed. There is no woman that's going to make you happy. There is no job that's going to make you happy. There is no sex that's going to make you happy. There is no money that's going to make you happy. There's no fame, no house, no car, no tree, no vacation, no Hawaii. There is absolutely nothing in this world that has the power to make you happy. And the book said that 40 years ago when I first picked it up. It said the same thing. I'm looking at this book that said the same thing to me for 40 years. It took me 40 years to hear it the way I'm hearing it now. It doesn't have to take you that long, because I did it for you. I did the 40 years for you.
Thank you, brother.
You're welcome. But then he says, okay, so Earl, you want to get out of that situation you're in. You want to have a healing in that situation you're in. You got to stop telling yourself you have a lot of different needs. You need to tell yourself, I have one need. Do you know that you're going to recognize God's answer? But you're going to recognize God's answer as you want God's answer to be. You're going to make up what God's answer is. You make up what God's answer is. You make up your own answer, and then you tell yourself, God told you to do it. You make up your own answer. He says, God's answer is what you want God's answer to be. And then he goes, well, if you really want that answer in truth, if you really want the answer out in truth, the answer will be truly yours. So I have to truly want the truth, and I have to truly want to love you guys if I ever want it to be mine. I'm never going to have you all's love until I really love y'all. And I've been waiting for you to give it to me. And you've been waiting for me to give it to you. And that explains why none of us have it. In case you're wondering. Because everybody's got to be worthy for my love. I got a bunch of rules for everybody. I love this book. I'll say it again. Until you truly want it, you don't truly have it. So anything you don't have is something you don't truly want. So stop saying you want something that you don't have. If you don't have it, you don't want it. If you don't have it, you don't want it. If you don't have it, then you don't want it. If you don't have it, then you don't want it. If you don't have it, you don't want it. If you don't have it, you don't want it. If you don't have it, you don't want it. If you don't have it, you do not want it. If you have it, you want it. If you have it, it means I want it. I have it. I want it. I have it. One more time. Woo, did y'all need that?
Yes.
Lord have mercy. Funky people have to have some funk every now and then. They start to get dizzy. I don't know about y'all. I don't get a little funk in there. It's like, I'm not going to listen to God. I got my conditions on God. I won't even listen to God unless God meets my conditions. I know y'all don't do that either.
No.
Okay. Do you know that every call, every appeal that you answer, but you answer it in the name of true innocence, it's going to bring the remembrance of your Creator closer to your awareness. Every time you answer somebody's call for love by recognizing their pain or suffering and anger as a call for love, then you are bringing the remembrance of what creates love in your life closer to awareness. You're about to remember what makes you happy. The more you see what everybody else is doing as a call for happiness. So if you saw everything in the world as being a call for happiness, you would be closer to remembering your own happiness and being aware of your own happiness, because you're here because you say you want to be happy. I'm telling you that you will remember how to be happy as soon as you see whatever else is going on in this world that's not loving as a call for happiness. See, I'm just reading one sentence at a time. That's deep. All I have to do is see you all as a call for happiness. I just have to see you all as a call for love. No matter what you are doing, no matter how you're acting, no matter how my son is acting, no matter how my daughter is acting, all I have to do is see whatever they do, even if it's stuff they do that I don't like or that I do like, I just need to see it as them calling for love. They're calling for happiness. And every time I see somebody else's call for happiness, it's bringing me closer to being aware of my own happiness. And my goal is to know my happiness. And I was just told how to do that. I have to do that by being willing to see the crazy stuff my brothers and sisters do out there as a call for love and a call for happiness. And I'm not necessarily asked to do anything about it, which is just the way my curriculum would work, since I don't do nothing about nothing no way. So it makes sense that God's path that God would make up for me would be one where I didn't have to do nothing. As a matter of fact, everybody's counting on me not doing nothing. It's really funny. He said that the world's going to end in laughter. And it's really funny when you hear what he just said. If you want everything to work in your life, don't you do nothing. But what? See everything that's going on everywhere as a call for love, as a call for healing, as a call for happiness. Tell yourself that's the only thing you need. The only thing I need is love. 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 The only thing I want is love. The only thing I want is love. The only thing I want is love. For the sake of your need, hear every call for help as a call for help. And soon as you see everything that's going on with your family and your relatives and on your job that you don't like as a call for help, do it so God can answer you. You keep saying you want God's answer, you want the Creator's help, you keep saying you want the Creator's help, you keep saying you want the Creator's help, then the only way you're going to actually let God answer you is actually when you start to hear everybody else's call for help and say everybody else is calling for help. The robber is calling for help. The murderer is calling for help. The pedophile is calling for help. The bank robber is calling for help. Everybody's calling for help. Everybody's calling for help. If they're not expressing love, if they're not expressing peace, if they're not expressing joy, then they're calling for help. They're calling for help. They're calling for help. And it's not until you see it as a call for help that you'll become aware of the happiness in you, and you also won't be able to hear God's guidance. It's like telling us exactly what we're doing wrong. I mean, just straight up, just going, let me tell you what you're doing. You say you want love, well then shut up and listen. That's why I don't ask a lot of questions during class. Either I'm going to put you to sleep or you're going to listen. And either way it goes, you're peaceful for me to teach. A sleeping person ain't going to give me no hard time. It's the people that's awake that I got to watch out for. It's like, are you with me? Are you with me? How many of y'all love this class like I do? I tell you. Y'all love the class. Y'all love the course. Yeah, I feel like the course is helpful. Do you love me? You love me? You love me? I love you too. And if I don't, it's a call for help. It's a call for love that I'm making to you. He just said, see it that way. I'm going to keep saying that. He said, see it that way. He said, you can't help. He said, you can't help somebody else because you can't even help yourself. My mind changed and I'm trying to get adjusted to it. You know what I'm saying? I've been studying this a long time and all of a sudden my mind changed. I had been reading about it. Then it happened. And so I'm like stunned right now. And it's like being in a new neighborhood that you don't know your way around yet. I don't know my way completely around this much more sanity. I'm so used to being crazy.
You're used to calling for help?
I'm used to calling for help and not having it recognized because I'm around people who don't know that's what it is because I haven't been given it. See, y'all follow me? Don't be, you all are going, I'm trapped in the truth. I can't get out of it. I'm trapped in the truth. It's tit for short. I'm trapped in tit. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Anybody else been trapped there before?
Oh, yeah.
Even if it's your own? All the mammograms. Okay. See, I'm not responsible for anything I'm saying. I'm channeling. That's right. I've been meaning to get y'all to sign a waiver before you get in here. Because this stuff is funny. Done correctly, this is the funniest, most powerful thing you ever hear. By applying, did you know that by applying the Holy Spirit's interpretation of the reactions of others, do you know by applying love's interpretation of the reactions of others, do you know that by applying your same mind's interpretation of the reactions of others, you're gonna use love's interpretation of how you should react to others? Do you know I'm about to tell you the right interpretation that you are supposed to have and reaction you're supposed to have to others. He says, by seeing what other people do as a call for help and a call for love consistently. What's that word? Consistently. By seeing what somebody else does as a call for love consistently, what are you going to gain? An increasing awareness. I love that. What are you going to gain? If I see what you do as a call for help, my benefit is I'm going to have an increasing awareness that that judgment equally belongs to me. If I'm seeing what you all do, no matter how nasty or ugly I think it is, and I see it as a call for help, and I see that this, and I think God and love and Holy Spirit is seeing it as a call for help, then I'm going to begin to believe that my unloving behavior and actions are also a call for help to God. Y'all follow that? If I keep applying it to you, eventually I'm going to apply it to me. And guess what happens when I apply that what Earl has done in his past is with just a call for help and a call for God. I forgive myself for everything I feel shame about. Don't you see that? If I can go, if what you did in the past was a call for love, then I'm calling for help too. So then I forgive myself for my past. And when you forgive yourself for what you think you've done in the past, you don't project it in the future and you never experience it again. Then you don't have to ever experience something you didn't like ever again.
Yeah.
I know that was so good, I don't even know what I said. I can't wait to listen back. I don't have, sometimes you can say stuff that's so true, you go unconscious. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I knocked myself out. And then my body was still being used. Sometimes that's what I feel, like Spirit just uses my body and throws it aside after the class. I love how the Course said, I don't think so little of you as to give you my body. What? Yeah, if I gave you my body, I would be giving you the smallest part of me, the most worthless part of me in the scheme of things. I'm going, good grief, you mean I've been searching for crumbs? When I wanted somebody's body, I was just trying to get a big fine crumb. You ever did that to Moa? At the club, just the other night. She walked across the room, you got, that's a big fine crumb there.
I did it this morning.
That's right. See that? See, the Course makes you tell the truth. Makes you tell the truth about your ego because you feel innocent. So now you don't have to hide it. You don't think you're going to be punished. A person will never be honest with you when you attack them for being honest. A person will never be honest with you as long as you get angry at them for telling you the truth. They're going to start lying to you just for their own peace of mind. That's why people lie. It's for their own peace of mind. Woo! One sentence at a time. Notice how deadly the Course is, taking it one sentence at a time.
Take it slow.
Take it slow. Do me slowly. That's what the Course book said to me. That's going to be the name of my Course book. Do Me Slowly by Earl Purdy.
It sounds like good music.
Okay. So why is it that you want to call what everybody else does as a call for help? Says because it's going to give you an increase in awareness that criteria is also applicable to you. But I don't think y'all know something. You know what it is? I don't think you all know.
What is it?
To recognize fear is not enough to escape from it. Recognizing fear is not enough for you to get rid of it. Just recognizing your fear is not enough to get rid of your fear. So what is the point? What is the point of the recognition of your fear? It's demonstrating your need to escape. It's like, if you're afraid means you need to get out of there. What you're afraid of, you need to get away from. He said that's the benefit of fear, is it makes you aware you need to get the heck out of there. But doesn't get rid of the fear. the bear about to get me, and I realize I need to get out of there, I still got the fear of the bear. I'm just using the fear correctly, which is to get me to get out of there. So wherever you have the most fear is where you need to escape. Don't y'all sue me for course abuse. Your Honor, I came to this class, I got abused. They told me the truth about myself. Telling me that what's missing in my life is what I'm not giving. Telling me I just have one need when I think I got 100 needs. Telling me that recognizing my fear just demonstrates I need to get the heck out of the fear. I need to do something to change that situation. I need to do something to change that. That's what my upset means. That's what my worry means. That's what it really means. It means you need to get the heck out of that. You need to change that. There's something you need to escape from. Recognize misery and go the other way. Recognize misery and go the other way. Recognize misery and go the other way. Recognize your misery and go another way. Answers. Well, that means I'd be going another way for most of the people and things in my life. Yes! But even more than that, you're going to be getting away from your perception of them. See, that's what you change your perception is cheaper than changing your address. Just the moving costs alone. Forgiveness saves you money. A grievance will cost you a lot of money, man. Amen, Corn. Oh, we had that in harmony, brother. I like that. That was great. You look so innocent when you said that. Like you were 10 years old. I loved it. So, the Holy Spirit, your right mind, your sane mind, see, it's always something when you start getting deep. Your sane mind still must translate your fear into love. So the part of you that's sane is always trying to take everything you're afraid of and turn it into something good. The part of you that loves you takes everything you're afraid of and turns it into something that's the truth, that's love, that's good. So are you going through something right now that you think is not really cool for you to be going through? Well, love in you, the Holy Spirit in you, the divine in you, the God in you is going to change that thing into something that is love and loving. See, this is a really smart book. If your beliefs create your reality and your thoughts will create your reality, and then I give you some really cool thoughts, I'm giving you the key to you having a really cool reality. So what this book does is it introduces us to thoughts that are so loving it's hard for us to stay conscious because it's so opposite to anything we've ever experienced. Look, unconditional love. You eternal. You bastard! See, I'm back now. You cheated on me. I'm here. I'm present. You beautiful spirit that's innocent and sinless and guiltless for all eternity. That's why you're going to be safe in the world, because everybody who would hurt you will fall asleep in your presence. And then you will be saying, they're bored with me. They just weren't safe. They just weren't safe. They responded with unconsciousness to love and sanity. They aren't safe. They wake up when you're attacking people and they go to sleep when you're talking peace and love. They let you know they aren't safe. So that means they might misperceive you. They might get angry with you. They might project on you. That means that it's a possibility you all could do that with me. And I could do that with you. If we don't love each other yet, then it's easy for us to misperceive each other. That's to be expected. So two people who don't know what love is marrying each other, they should expect the hard times they go through. Or any couple. You get with anybody you don't like, y'all, all you doing is trying to figure out how you can love each other all the time. That's all you need to know it's not love. Love is irresistible. Love is easy. It's easy to love. It's easy to love. It's easy to love. It's easy to love. It is easy to love. It is easy to love. It is easy to love. And check this out. It's easy to love.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Right. The reason why my life is so hard sometimes is I don't have enough love coming through me.
It's hard not to love.
It's hard not to love. That's when everything gets tough. It's when you're not a loving person. That's when your relationships get tough. It's when you with a person you don't love. That's why you're having to work on it. You don't like them. Why you think it's so hard? I got to love you. Let's go to counseling now. Somebody's gonna give me a good reason not to kill you. Here's your Valentine's Day card. I don't know why people don't fight harder to get my dysfunctional love. I don't know why they don't work harder to get my dysfunctional love. Don't you make them work too? Now, just tell the truth. Y'all know y'all make them work for y'all dysfunctional love. All of them out there doing that. So the Course says, if you would like to have basically the thing that's making you afraid translated into the truth, which is something that doesn't make you afraid, he says, that's what the Holy Spirit is going to do. That's what love is going to do. Because if I left you with the fear that you recognized, the ones you recognized it, then if I leave you with the fear that I make you aware of, then you actually taken a step away from love. If I bring up your fears and then leave you in your fear, I've actually taken you further away from your peace. So what's the good of bringing up our fear and our fears and all our subconscious shadow stuff if you're going to leave me with it, the ones who brought it all up? That makes total sense. Mm-hmm. That's what we do. I tell you what's wrong with you, but I ain't going to tell you how to get out of it.
No, thanks.
I just tell you what's wrong with you. Do y'all hear people complaining right now? Have you ever heard more complaining in your life? I'm complaining more than I ever have in my life. I've been complaining my butt off lately at all the stuff that seems to be going on in the world and with the people I know. Just like everything going on with everybody right now. Everybody you talk to. Y'all notice that? How much there's so many people going through a lot right now. And the Course in Miracles is telling me, well, Earl, if you work with those people and you bring up the stuff that they're really afraid of and you leave them in that fear, then you've actually taken them deeper into fear. Mm-hmm. So we have emphasized you need to recognize fear. And then, then you go, first of all, we need to recognize what recognizing fear means. Okay, so are you ready to hear what recognizing fear means? Yes. Okay, it means you are facing it without disguise. You're looking at it for just what it really is. That's what it means to recognize your fear. You're actually seeing what your fear really is. You're really recognizing what your fear really is. That's a crucial step. If you want to undo your fear, if you want to get rid of your fear, you have to face it without disguise. You have to recognize what your fear is. Okay, now you ready to face your fears without disguise? Would y'all like to do it right now?
Yes.
In this moment?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Recognizing your fear. Recognizing fear is recognizing that fear is a call for help.
Okay.
What? It's got to be, that was kind of anticlimactic. I was all ready for you to say something, man. See that y'all hear that other person talking through me? That's the ego. Y'all got one. That other voice that's always telling you all the catastrophic outcomes you need to avoid. You need to watch out for this. You need to watch out for that. You got to watch out for this. So y'all got that. I'm not by myself. Y'all have a voice like that that's talking to you that way. Okay. The Course in Miracles says that's your call for help. You're just doing it in a way that doesn't bore you because it's in so many variety of ways. You're screaming for help in many different ways, your relationship and your money and your spirit, because you don't want to be bored, so you give the same call a million different appearances, so you think you're doing something different, but you're not. I was reading the Course in Miracles the other day, and it says some stuff sometimes that'll blow your mind. Like it said, if you think you're choosing in the world, he says there's no such thing as choice in the world, because when you're choosing different versions of what's exactly the same thing, you're not really choosing anything different. It talks like that. Like, in other words, he says, every road in the world is going to end, it's going to lead to your death. I'm like, okay, that was good to hear first thing before breakfast. Take it up in the morning and meditate. You better make me traumatized before I get out of here and start my day. Did you hear what that book said? No matter what road you travel on, you're really not really choosing a different road if you're going to end up in L.A. Right? If every road I follow goes to L.A., then I'm really not choosing different roads because they're taking me to the same destination. And he says, so the real question is, do you want to die? Not what you're doing on the way to death, what you call your life. Your life is just what you're doing on the way to death. And I pride myself in class that are uplifting, and inspirational, and positive. What did he say today? I'm headed to death. Well, you know, that is true. Don't tell me that. I'm too busy denying it. You dare tell me I'm going to die one day. I was thinking, my voice is so cruel. I was over here, he said, 20 years. So what? Maybe you got 20 years. You be dead. You be 93. Can you picture a 93-year-old Earl? Would you want to? Why are there no mirrors in the bathroom? I'm trying not to see 93-year-old Earl. So he says, why don't y'all make the choice to live? That you've decided you don't want to support the idea that you are something that dies. Whew. This book is much deeper than what people think it is, I'm telling you. And so he says, did y'all recognize what recognizing fear means now? It wasn't what you thought, was it? No. At all. Like I thought it meant get to go back to my fear of grasshoppers. You know what I'm saying? Right? And they would say, no, I'm saying to recognize something and face it without disguise means you see it for what it is. If I take my mask off, you see me. So you're facing me without disguise. And so he says, every time you're afraid, every time you're angry, every time you're depressed, every time you're weary, what you're doing is calling for help. And until you see everybody's fear and anger and upset as a call for help, he says you're not recognizing what fear is, and it's when you recognize it that you escape from it. Remember he said it's not until you recognize something that you can escape from it. But we're not recognizing fear correctly. We're calling it sickness, or we're calling it lack, or we're calling it relationships that we have a hard time with, the co-worker, we're coming up with all those things other than saying, today I got a call for help and it took the form of me needing my transmission repaired. Oh, I got a call for help and it took the form of me and my mate having a big fight this morning over the pancakes, or whatever it is. So he says, until we start talking that way, we're not recognizing fear. We're not facing it without disguise. And you could say, instead of fear, you could substitute the word sickness. Pain. Any word you want to substitute for fear. You know, a sickness that I still have is a sickness that I haven't recognized yet. And I haven't recognized my sickness until I say, I got a call for help, and it takes the form of an aneurysm. I got a call for help, and it takes the form of cancer. I got a call for help, it takes the form of a migraine. You see what I'm saying? It's like until I start talking that way, I'm not gonna be healed, because I'm not recognizing the sickness. I'm not recognizing what it is. It's a call for love. It's a call for help. That's too simple. It's too simple. It's too simple. That's why I forget to do it. It's too friggin' simple. What could be more simple than for me to say, I'm looking at somebody who just mugged somebody, I'm going to call it a call for help, even if I don't believe it. I defy anybody to find a harder curriculum. You see what I'm saying? It's like this is an easy curriculum. We find harder curriculums, and that's why it's challenging to do it. You could do it today. See, did y'all hear me say anything from the course today that you couldn't do today? Because it was just telling us how to see things and what to call it. That's two simple things, but my friggin' butt won't do it. I hate myself too much to do the simple things that would make my life be beautiful. And I'm blaming it on you. If you were different, I'd be happy. I'm waiting. And in the meantime, I'll die. I can only wait. 93.
Count down.
93. I'll be on Love Island. That'll be what'll happen if you don't win the contest. I want you to want me for my body. It's like ice cream that's melting. I need somebody to lick it quick before it's gone. We got ice cream bodies. We got ice cream bodies. Don't you see it? Yeah, they're changing right before our eyes. I want somebody that falls in love with inner character. 93, I want somebody to love me for my inner quality. You better start working on the kind of people right now. But now you got the ice cream cone in good shape. So you can hook somebody. Course the Miracle said, your body is bait to catch another fish. I'm like, oh, Jesus, that's kind of strong. But it's the truth. I did it this morning. I want you to like my bait. I said, I don't catch fish like I used to. I need to get a net. Just scoop them up. You can scoop them up with a net whether they like it or not. You know, at least when the fish bites your hook, he's going there. He wants your hook. But when you do a net, you just get some everybody. Don't care how they feel about it. That's called being on a site without knowing what you want on a dating site. You just throwing a net out there. I'll see what lasts. Okay, I'll see what happens. Oop, I don't want that one. Oop, I don't want that one. Throw that one back. Then all of a sudden you flying through the air. Somebody threw you back. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Now I'm going through the air. I thought I was the one who decided who flew through the air. Anybody ever threw you in the air, flew you through the air? Yeah. That's deep, ain't it? Somebody get rid of you. What?
Back in the sea.
Back into the sea. Back into the sea. Okay, all right, you're being happy too early. We're studying this so we can be happy one day. Don't cheat and be happy in this moment. Okay, y'all know think about the stuff you would think about. Go back to sadness. Okay? That's right. If you need some new material, get a new date.
Get a new bait.
Get some new. That's what I was talking about, your bait. That's what this all got started. It was y'all's bait. Okay. Here we go. All right. Oh, I see why I don't do this more. It's so funny, isn't it? When it's done correctly, it's funny, but it's profound at the same time. So, the Holy Spirit taught you guys that whenever you're seeing fear and craziness, this Earl version, it is an appeal for help. Your mama calling for your help. Those people who say, your mama, they calling for your help. Yo, mama. Sometimes they just go, yo, mama. Then they go, yo, mama. They calling for help. Don't y'all remember that when you were young? I don't know about in the black culture where I grew up in the South. You know, you want to make somebody mad, you go, your mama. Ooh, you say your mama. That's some fighting words. Because a lot of black guys, it's mama that's handling things a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? The head of the household and stuff. So if somebody says something right there, mama. That's a whole nother level. I didn't see it as a call for love. Okay, so the course is saying that if you do not protect it, what would be protecting fear? Protecting your fear would be you not seeing it as a call for help. If you're willing to not see it, if you're willing to not see it as a call for help, then you need help. So you need the Holy Spirit to reinterpret what you're looking at. You need to let love reinterpret who you have a grievance with. You need to ask the truth to reinterpret the person you have the grievance with. Holy Spirit, love will reinterpret the fear. That's the ultimate value in learning to perceive. What are you learning? You're learning. What are you learning? What are you learning? You're learning to see attack as a call for love. You're learning to see murder as a call for love. You're learning to see rape as a call for help. You're willing to see lack as a call for help. The political problems as a call for help. The racial divides as a call for love, a call for love. What you're wanting to do is to learn to see it as a call for God, a call for love. We've already learned that you attack what you fear. That fear and attack are associated. You're going to be hurt by someone who's afraid of you. You're most likely to be hurt, if you're going to be hurt at all, you're going to be hurt by someone who fears you. So the more afraid a person is of you, the more likely something's coming down. There's some attack coming down. I'm scared now. So there's an association between fear and attack. And it's attack that produces fear. You want to know where fear comes from? It comes from anger. It comes from attack. Attack produces fear. Who you attack, you will become more afraid of. Who you're fussing at, you become more afraid of. Who you're angry at, you become more afraid of, because attack produces fear like a cow produces milk. That was deep. That was really deep. I had to write that down. And if you realize that whatever you're seeing as attack, if you realize that it's a call for help, it's a call for help, anger is a call for help, fear is a call for help, depression is a call for help, poverty is a call for help, sickness is a call for help, climate change is a call for help, burning fires is a call for help, it's a tornado is a call for help. We're all on this one planet, all calling for help at the same way, sending out our SOSs in as many different ways as we can, hoping somebody will hear us. So you got your special way of calling, and I got my special way of calling. It's the crazy stuff you do, and you got your own way of doing it. I got my own. The chorus is saying the only thing that's happening is all of us are screaming for help in our own personal special ways through what we call the stuff that's going on in our life. That's your particular form of calling for the help of God. And then you get with somebody and be in a relationship so y'all can call together. You're trying to do a duet from hell. Or it's a duet from heaven. Depending on whether you're willing to face your fear without disguise, which is to see your fear as a call for help and a call for God and a call for healing. And you realizing that nobody's asking you to help in your way. That's it again. Nobody's asking you to do anything. You'll be told what to do, and if spirit tells you to do it, you will want to do it. You will want to do it. If God's telling you to do it, you will want to do it. If love is telling you to do it, you will want to do it. There's no such thing as really wanting to do something you don't really want to do. So the love you want to give me that you are not giving to me is love I've never received from you. Holding back is not the same as you love me. And he says all y'all strain and pain come from holding back love. Y'all want to care about each other, and you're coming up with all these reasons why you shouldn't trust and care about each other. It creates a big strain, and then you get sick, or you have lack, or you have problems. I went, this book is just deep, man. It said, you wonder why you're sick, and you wonder why you're angry, and you holding back love. You're holding back love. That's why the world is the way it is today. You all are everybody's waiting for somebody else to give it first. I know if you don't want to give me the love, you're the wrong person. I am not going to spend 5 minutes trying to get somebody to love me anymore.
Good.
Took me long enough.
Yeah.
Name it 3.
That's the magic number.
Took the magic number. Name it 3. I remember when that meant something else. All right. If you see it as a call for help, then the fact that fear is not real is going to dawn on you. You're going to realize there's nothing to be afraid of. You're going to realize that none of your fears are real if you see attack as a call for help. One day soon, you're going to see there's nothing to be afraid of in your world. That we were just told. And he says, because you recognize that when you feel fear, fear is really an unconscious recognition that love is being denied. So whenever you feel fear, that's you saying, there's not love happening here. There should be some love happening here. So when you say, I'm afraid, you're going, there should be some love happening here. Fear is an unconscious recognition of what's being denied. And I'm feeling fear and anger and upset because I know peace and love is not happening here. That's why I feel angry, because I'm having an unconscious recognition that there should be some love and some happiness going on between us. And it's not a love and happiness going on between us. So me being angry at you and you being angry at me is both unconsciously recognizing that we're not giving each other any love right now. That's all anger means. We're not giving each other any love right now. We're not giving each other any love right now. We're not giving each other any love right now. We're not giving each other any love right now. And get out of that couch. I'll give y'all some love if y'all to act right. I'll be on top of y'all with some love if y'all to act right. I'm going to stop there, and then I'm going to do a quick little ending recap. Wow. Wow, I can't wait to listen back to this. I can think of so many areas of my life that I could apply this to right now. Really. Because it's all, I love it. It's everything, it's all just things I need to do in my head. Nothing that this book has said to us today was not anything that involved our bodies, other than to use our bodies to talk to each other. Right? Everything it said, and everything it was telling us, they could make us aware of our happiness. We just heard in the last hour. We heard how to not only have your happiness, but to have your calls for love answered. That's what we just heard the last hour. And if I don't remember it, what does that mean? If I didn't want to hear it, what does that mean? Does it mean I have already come up with my own answer and I was just waiting for you to say what it was? Or you know what I'm saying? It's like, wait a minute, this class is not relevant to me. I've already decided I need Sambo. And and so tell me how to get him, because that's what I think my happiness is, right? I didn't really ask for happiness. I asked for it in the form I thought I wanted it in. And somebody that really wants happiness says, I want happiness in any form it wants to come to me. That's how somebody that really wants, because spirit might be able to get another person to you 1,000% faster than Sambo, because Sambo got a restraining order out on him. So you might not be his soulmate. That's how you can tell whether it's his soulmate. There's no knife against your throat. That might be a hint that you're not with your soulmate. They're choking you up against the wall. And that's not your soulmate.
Because they're afraid of you.
They're afraid of you. They're afraid of you because they have an unconscious recognition that love is not coming down between you. Because you all didn't recognize each other's calls for help. And then, so therefore you didn't give any help. And so because you never gave any help, no help's coming to you. And then you wonder why you're all alone. This book answers so many of those kind of questions that I've always asked myself. Like, how do we give, if it is a God, why isn't God doing anything about all the crazy things that's going on in the world? And then, of course, that's I'll tell you why. That would be siding with the belief that you weren't adequate to handle all this. So therefore, I'd be siding with your weakness. That's why I'm not saying nothing, because I know you all recognize the truth that is in you, and I gave you a guide to help you remember together. But you have to be willing to listen a little bit. But I'm not worried about that either. It's just because there's a limit to pain, and you will reach your limit. And when you reach your limit, you get serious about turning this whole thing around. Until you reach your limit, you're going to keep messing around. So I'm always, in my classes, trying to appeal to people who reach their limit. Because they're more fun to teach. Because they're hanging on the edge of their seat trying to get out of the situation they're in. So what? Tell me what? Say what? That's a call for love. 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 That's what it is. It's a call for love. Because why? Because I want to get out of it, and I believe this is the way out, and it's easy for me to do, and I can do it right now. Well, I'm going to do it right now, unless I'm not ready to get out of the dilemma that I'm in. And in that case, all your brothers and sisters owe it to you to let you stay exactly the way you are until you decide to change. That's how they would show their love for you. They leave you alone. They let you be exactly the way you are. And you'll say people don't care. They do care. They care enough to let you come to the conclusion that you need to change your own mind, and then everybody will help you. Because you're not on the level of consciousness where you'll let spirit do it for you. You all are trying to get to this higher level. Then, of course, Miracles says, well, the higher level is the level where you will let me take care of you, and you will let me give it to you and give you happiness. When you will let me give it to you. That's the higher level of consciousness. Whoa. Well, what's the problem? Well, you don't recognize you made the stuff you don't like. And it's until you recognize that you are not a victim and you made the stuff you don't like, but once you recognize that, then you will never choose ever again to try to come up with on your own how to be happy. You go, well, what would you do? You would ask the part of you that already loved you to create your experience for you. You resign. Woo! What a great segue to the donation. That's right. If you'd like to share with me in this little bag, I would certainly appreciate it. If you would like to make a financial expression of appreciation, then you can use PayPal, Zelle, the Cash App, Venmo, or you can go to my website, earlpurdy.com, P-U-R-D-Y, Earl Purdy. I'm available for one-on-one coaching, mentoring, counseling, clarity sessions. If you go to my website, look under clarity sessions, and it will give you all the details about my sessions, and you can self-book a time that works for you right from my website. Those of you who are interested in and also allow yourself to receive guidance from spirit through astrology and numerology, I'm also available for one of those sessions also. And you get more detail on my website, and you can set up an appointment with me. Sundays at 1:00 p.m. I do A Course in Miracles on Facebook Live on the Earl Purdy page on Facebook. On Thursdays at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, I do what I call hardcore Course in Miracles, hardcore Course in Miracles, especially aimed at people who are reading the book. Even though anybody's welcome to watch. Hardcore, 7 p.m. Earl Purdy page, Facebook. I upload all my classes to YouTube. So I have literally hundreds of classes that you can watch on YouTube. On YouTube, you can control the speed of the playback, and you can also do it in closed caption, in case you're talking where you can't listen. I mean, you can't speak, but you need to watch and listen. I'm here to be truly helpful. I'm here to represent Spirit who sent me. I don't have to worry, and you don't have to worry about what to say or what to do with your friends and relatives and co-workers, because the Spirit that is with you will direct you what to do with your friends and your relatives and your co-workers and the people in your life. You are tomorrow, you're being asked to be content to be wherever you happen to be tomorrow. Be satisfied to be wherever you are tomorrow, knowing that Spirit is there no matter where you decide to go. No matter where you decide to go, be content, because you're not by yourself nowhere you go. If you want to be happy, if you want to be healed, if you want to be loved tomorrow and today, then let something that knows more about it than you do teach you how to do it. Let something that knows more than you do teach you how to do it. I will be healed as I let Spirit teach me to heal. Wow. Wow. So I'm available. I'm here. That's why I'm in the world. That's my calling. I want to give what I want to receive. I'm trying to give what I want to receive, but without lying to myself about how screwed up parts of me are. I can only admit that to you all because I don't condemn myself the way I used to. See, you can't tell the truth about yourself when you're still condemning yourself, because you won't be that honest. Wow. Wow. So, mighty companions, what is fear? What is recognizing fear?
Call for help.
You looking at a what?
Call for
You're
help
gonna
is for
look
him.
at it without a disguise.
You looking at it without disguise. So take a breath. I'm gonna bring this shift in. Do you know that the more you see whatever else is going on in the world as a call for love, you're going to start to realize that your deepest sorrow, your deepest shame, your deepest guilt, the thing that you had from everybody, that was your call for help. That was you calling for the help of God. You were calling for the help of God. That thing you feel shame about, that thing that you keep a secret, is your call for help. It's your call for God. And if you see whatever everybody else is doing as a call for God, you don't have to necessarily feel it's true. You don't necessarily feel it's true. But that's what it is. So it's the truth whether you believe it or not. So that's okay. You don't have to feel it's true. Because something that's true doesn't need your belief. Something that's true doesn't need your belief. Something that's true don't need for you to believe in it for it to be real. And you're going to face your fear now so that you can escape from it. How do you face your fear so that you can escape from it? You see your fear as a call for help. And then you know what fear really is. Fear is a call for help. That's what fear really is. Anger is a call for help. Anger is a call for help. Jealousy is a call for help. Jealousy is a call for help. Insecurity is a call for help. Sickness is a call for help. Poverty is a call for help. So just see yourself as having one need today. I have one need. What is that one need? That one need is for me to see everything that I see or hear that's not joyful and fun, that I'm going to call it either a call for help, a call for love, or a call for God. I'm going to call it a call for help, a call for God, a call for help, a call for God. I might say it something like this. This is a call for God, and it took the form of that little kid falling on his tricycle. This is a call for God. It took the form of it looking like someone was carjacked. This is a call for God. It took the form of it looking like something that I had to deal with in my body. I'm going to tell the truth about this fear. I'm going to face this fear without disguise so that the Holy Spirit can turn it into something good for me, something loving for me, something true for me. So I'm going to call it what it is so that God can answer me, so that I can finally get the answers I've been asking for to the things that's bothering me. You mean all I have to do is just see it as a call for help? It doesn't mean I have to necessarily step in. That's exactly right. It's a call for the help of God. And that means if there is something for you to do, then you will be willing and able to do it right now. So don't feel guilty about the help you think you haven't given. If you were meant to do it, you would be doing it. You're innocent. You're innocent. Mighty companions, I appreciate you from the bottom and the top and the sides of my heart. I'm so glad that you helped me recognize I'm not alone in wanting the truth and wanting more peace and wanting more love. Thanks for being my mighty companions, the MCs. Let's give it up, MCs. Let's give it up, MCs. All righty. So we're going to do at least 10-minute discussion. I love you. Appreciate you.